Today, too excited about today's show. We have my co-host, Lee Ladiga, on the line, and our guest, Heather Olson of Redmond, Oregon. I have the pleasure of knowing Heather personally. She teaches a phenomenal dance fitness class here in Redmond, and she has a tremendous story to tell, and she's just an inspiration not only to me, but many, many people in our area, and I just thought it'd be so exciting to have her. So welcome, Lee and Heather.
Thank you.
Thank you, Wendy. So today we're going to be talking about losing weight. And Heather and Wendy, I wanted to share with the listeners some statistics that I looked up about overweight and obesity. According to a 2000 study by the Food and Research and Action Center, 68.8% of U.S. adults are overweight or obese. Of those 68%, 35% are considered obese. That's 2/3 of the United States adults that's age 20 and over. To me, those are just staggering numbers.
Gosh, they are.
And then according to Google, these are searches, these are monthly searches on Google, and we're not promoting any of these companies or products, but it just gives you an idea of the number of searches that are going on out there on the internet. Weight Watchers has 1.2 million searches a month.
Wow.
Nutrisystem has 165,000 searches a month. The phrase "how to lose weight fast" has 90,000 searches a month. And weight loss is 74,000 searches a month. So the amount of search volume for losing weight or trying to lose weight is just amazing. So there are lots of people out there that were just like, or are just like Heather used to be, trying to lose weight. So it's just amazing how many people are trying to lose weight, and it's just, they need the motivation to do it. So.
Right. Well, Heather, I know that you have just a tremendous story, but why don't we start with, maybe telling our listeners a little bit more about yourself?
All right. Well, I'm 30 years old. I've been married for almost 10 years. We have a 7-year-old son. I own the family business, which is a gift store that was passed to me from my parents. And like you said, I also teach dance fitness classes through our local Parks and Rec. I'm a pretty happy, fun-loving gal, but really it's only recently that I feel like the happy person I portrayed for years is how I actually feel on the inside. I struggled with my weight all through my teens and well into my 20s. I fell on and off the weight loss wagon countless times, and each time I fell off, my weight ended up staying a little higher than before. And after my pregnancy, my weight settled at 220 pounds. So I finally took control and lost 70 pounds 3.5 years ago.
My goodness. Congratulations.
Wow. Thank you.
That is a lot of weight.
Yeah. Size of a small person.
Yeah, it is.
Well, great.
How did you feel about yourself before you lost the weight, Heather?
Well, I was in a real denial versus reality situation. I would actually look in the mirror and see somebody who weighed less because I avoided seeing the truth. And occasionally I saw what was really there, and I would feel miserable. I was ashamed. I felt unworthy. Those feelings really affected everything in my life, my relationship with my husband, my confidence in work, my ability to give fully in friendship. The denial was definitely a coping device, which allowed me for many years to avoid having to do anything about my weight.
Wow. So, Heather, what really motivated you to finally make that decision to lose the weight?
Yeah. Well, what finally woke me up was I was told by a doctor that my weight might be hindering our ability to get pregnant. So being told blatantly in black and white that I was, in fact, obese and my habits were affecting my desires in life, that was devastating. It destroyed me. I cried for days, but it did wake me up. For the first time, I found some determination hidden inside, and I knew this was it. I'm not hiding from the truth or making excuses anymore.
Gosh, that must have taken a lot of courage on your side.
It was in there. It was deep in there somewhere.
Well, that's great.
Heather, Wendy and I both know, but can you share with our listeners how you feel now that you've lost all of this weight?
Oh, it's almost indescribable, but I feel empowered. I feel desirable. I feel more complete. I feel this huge sense of accomplishment. It's amazing how losing weight has really affected every area of my life. I'm more organized at home. I'm more focused at work. I'm more affectionate to my husband. I'm more giving to my son. So to have the outside match the inside is freeing. Being unshackled from my body has allowed me to love more and to give more.
Right.
It is
what about your energy level?
Oh, way more energy. Oh, I'm bopping around all over the place now.
You really have to see her teach her dance class sometime, Lee.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
You can come
you're
dance
now a
with
fitness
us.
teacher,
You
so
can come.
I will definitely try it.
You know, Heather, it's really evident to me. I mean, in my position in career of being a life coach, I think that I can really read through to people's energy. And you know when somebody's putting up a front. I mean, like, you know when somebody's not being authentic. And I think that's something that really shines through for you, especially, I mean, I've only known you really through the class that you teach, but your energy and your vivaciousness, your capacity to just really share that joy inside, it just shines through so authentically. And but you know what it does is it gives everyone else hope and really gets them excited about the class. So kudos to you.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind, Wendy, and that's not something I ever even dreamed would happen before, you know, like being an inspiration or being authentic. You know, that just some of the benefits or the repercussions of losing and feeling good, that the true you can come out and that you can just love more. It's really, really amazing. It's not something you think about when you're like, oh, I need to lose some weight because I don't feel well in my body. It's amazing how it affects so many other things.
Yes. Well, it really is very evident. So, Heather, can you tell us how you decided which weight loss program to finally do, the one that worked?
Well, so every time in the past when I tried to lose weight, I'd say, I am eating salads from now to forever. You know, and of course that's unrealistic. It doesn't last long, and salads get boring. So I just needed to learn how to eat in the real world. So I learned the Weight Watchers program. I never went to a meeting, but I learned how to do it, and putting values to the foods that I ate really was eye-opening to know that my favorite thing to eat at a fast food restaurant is 16 points, which translates to 2/3 of my day, and that was one item, and sometimes I'd eat 2 of them. So, it took me, and it was amazing when it clicked, when I realized that there's so many other good foods out there, and it clicked, and I enjoy fruit and I enjoy vegetables. It only took me 9 months to lose the 70 pounds using the Weight Watchers program.
So you never went to a meeting, you just kind of got the materials and you started counting your points?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't it amazing when you open your awareness to what you're actually eating and how many calories and everything that are going into your system? My wife just lost 30 pounds.
Yay!
And she did it using, one of those little apps on her iPhone, and just paid attention to, how many calories she was taking in, and like you said, the fast food and how many calories that is, and so yeah, she's pretty proud that she's been able to lose that weight and keep it off. But it's just about awareness and education.
Absolutely, and there's so many tools out there now. Like you said, the apps for your iPhone, and,
right?
Websites you can go to that help track your calories, and there's recipes all over the internet, good low calorie, or whichever program you're deciding, low carb, whatever you choose. There's so much available information out there to really help your journey succeed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
amazing.
Heather, did you have someone in your life to help keep you motivated, to keep you moving forward, taking those steps every day? Because it can be so hard to, I guess, fall off the wagon, so to speak, on maintaining your weight loss and, getting to 10 pounds to 20 pounds to 30 pounds to 40 pounds, all the way to 70 pounds, which is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Was there someone that kept you motivated along the process?
Absolutely. My mother is my biggest cheerleader. She's been so influential and supportive in my journey. She's actually the one that taught me she'd done Weight Watchers herself, and she taught me the methods and helped me find the materials. And she would let me babble on about what I'd been eating or how much I'd lost that week. So being able to talk to somebody about recipes and successes, I think it's really important. Somebody who will listen and be excited for you can give your resolve a boost. And it's kind of like, I think you have to be kind of obsessed for a while about it, it's like talking about it all the time. Maybe passionate. Passionate might be a better word, but I was truly obsessed for the 9 months, single-mindedly.
So you lost 70 pounds in 9 months.
Yeah. It did not take long. It didn't. And if you think 9 months of your life, and depending on how much or your metabolism or many factors in your life, it might take longer. But I've watched friends lose also, and when you're focused and you don't let anything get in the way, and you don't let excuses get in, it's amazing how fast it can happen. It really can.
That excuses is a big thing. I mean, we tend to do that and justify, and it's so easy to fall back. So, I mean, it just takes a tremendous amount of will and having that support, and it's awesome that you have that, Heather. We're so happy for you.
Thank you. My mother is awesome.
Well, I've had the pleasure of meeting your mom, and I'm going to second that. So, Heather, if you could give our listeners 3 weight loss tips that helped you, what would they be?
I would say to be prepared and know what you're eating. Like your wife did with her app, and actually seeing what the calories were. So you look at the labels in the grocery store, and you don't buy it if it's too high in calories, too high in carbs, whatever you're choosing to do. Look at the nutrition information at the restaurant when you go out to eat, because it's, you can't ever say, I'm never eating out again, because it's going to happen. But if you resolve to always look at the nutrition information, a lot of the time I'll do it before I go, and I decide what I'm going to eat before we actually show up to the restaurant. You'll decide that the chicken sandwich tastes just as good as the guacamole bacon burger, and you feel better about yourself when you leave. Knowing your limit and recording what you eat. So recording it when you actually see the calories written down, it will help you realize if you've eaten too much, or like, wow, that was a lot of calories in proportion to what I'm allowed in the day. I won't make that decision again. So seeing it on paper really helps. And then surrounding yourself with people who are supportive and have similar health goals, I think is huge. Lunch with your friend is easier if you're both picking the egg and the fruit plate instead of you trying to eat right and her picking, the chicken fried steak and French fries. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, wonderful. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Heather, can you give us 3 tips that helped to keep you motivated?
Absolutely. Single-mindedness. I mentioned this already, but putting yourself first will help you reach your goal. And it's okay to think about your plan and your progress all the time. Really, the people around you might get tired of hearing about your new low-calorie recipes, but that's okay. Passion and persistence is really what gets you to your end result. And I think talking about it helps keep you motivated, helps keep you passionate, helps keep you excited about what you're doing. And eventually the people around you will get used to you talking about it all the time, and they will benefit because feeling good in your body will affect the way you interact and give to them. So single-mindedness, finding a workout that you enjoy, I think is very important. My fitness classes have definitely kept me faithfully working out, and tracking your progress. So a weight chart is a good idea. So you write down your weight when you start, and you record your new weight every time you weigh, once a week or whatever it is. And as you watch physically in the black and white, the numbers decreasing, it helps inspire some forward progress. My weight chart sat on our refrigerator for everyone and anyone who walked in our house to see, and I was proud of it. Even though when the numbers were still high, I was proud for that weight chart to be sitting on the fridge and people to see that I'm making progress. And people would look at it and they go, "Wow, Heather, you lost 3 pounds last week," and it's just more inspiration.
I think the chart is a great idea because it does show progress, but I think people also have to be patient with it too and not get discouraged. Like you said, there's probably some weeks where you didn't lose as much as you had hoped, but the chart does show that you are making progress to your goal.
Exactly.
And Wendy and I talk about this all the time, is that just taking a step in the right direction towards your goals is the most important thing, even if it's a tiny step. And getting there is the journey. So,
Heather, something that we haven't talked about is, along with the Weight Watchers and counting everything and charting everything, having your support through your mom, did you start working out at about the same time that you started your diet? Or your
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. My food choice changes and working out went hand in hand. Go ahead, please.
Sorry, go ahead.
I had a girlfriend at the time who was very cute and fit and healthy, and she found a free Pilates class. And so I started taking this Pilates class. And at first it was pretty embarrassing because we do these stretches where you lean forward over your legs while you're sitting on the ground, and my stomach would get in the way, and I couldn't even come close to reaching my toes. But she helped keep me going. It was kind of our time every week to get together, and we'd go to this class, and then we'd go eat a healthy lunch. And so a gal named Marnie Powell is the teacher of the Pilates class, and she teaches for Parks and Rec. She teaches the same class through Parks and Rec where I also work. So Pilates, softball, and then my cute little fit girlfriend also taught a Zumba class. So I started taking her Zumba class, and that's how I got interested in dance.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's
you
what I was going to ask,
is
what kind of exercises you were going to do.
Mm-hmm. So it was a dance.
Didn't you say, Heather, that you weren't really a dancer before?
That's right. No, I wasn't. I mean, deep inside, I wanted to be a dancer. I kind of, I'd always secretly liked it, but I wouldn't really do it because I didn't feel confident. And when I moved, things jiggled. And you know what? They still jiggle, but that's okay. So really,
they just don't jiggle as much, right?
Yeah, right. And I'm making it jiggle. It doesn't jiggle involuntarily now.
Well, your high energy in your dance fitness classes, so awesome. And everybody has commented at how agile you are and great rhythm. And I know you had training for it and everything. So, you just really keep everybody on their toes. That's awesome. And I have a feeling that's one thing that keeps you motivated now, but it's what does keep you motivated still to stay on this fitness track?
I would say that I've been liberated, and being free from how I used to feel keeps me going. So it's been a brain change, and so now going back isn't even really an option. I compare how I feel now to how I felt then, and who would ever want to go back? So that's hugely motivating.
Yeah.
And there are people in my life now that I want to be an encouragement to. These women, these people in my fitness classes are all somewhere on the same journey that I'm on. And being surrounded weekly by women who want better for themselves definitely helps motivate me.
I think we're all here in service, and you have definitely found a niche to do that. And I've seen the looks on the faces of your class, of the ladies in the class, and they just love you. And as a matter of fact, I was looking on your Facebook page yesterday, and we have someone in the class who I won't name, but I do know that she is down, about 120 pounds. Isn't that right, Heather?
Yeah.
Yes. Wow.
She is amazing.
Yes.
Wow.
And, I know she's doing sometimes a couple classes a day, and she is really on track, and she looks fantastic. But she wrote on your Facebook page yesterday, "You are amazing, Heather. It's a great thing how you connect with all of the people that come to your class. Exercise draws them in, but your energy, enthusiasm, and caring personality keeps them coming back. I know that is why I come. It doesn't feel like a workout class. It feels like a little club we go to hang out with some great people and have a great time."
I know that comment. I was like, tear. It was so sweet.
That has to make you feel good.
It does, and there's my motivation. There's my continued motivation now, is these amazing women who are doing such a great job, and they say that I encourage them, but really they're encouraging me. So it's this wonderful circle that we have going on.
Heather, I wanted to touch on something you said earlier. This is, Wendy and I are putting this site together. I wantmotivation.com, and you said that there was you had a motivational partner in your Pilates class, the cute little fit girl. Can you tell us a little bit, because that's what we're all about, is having motivational partners or a motivational coach. How did that help you, having that motivational partner?
She was a tremendous help in that she really modeled a lot for me, in her food choices, in her activity level, in many areas. And I don't think she's ever been overweight a day in her life. She didn't necessarily understand how I felt, but I think there was an amount of love there that she wanted me to feel better, and so she really would kind of coach me on, try these cucumbers like this, and it's amazing. And she's definitely a great partner in the journey, because she modeled a lot of good things for me.
Well, it sounds like she was, in a way, an inspiration a little bit to you, and now look at, you're an inspiration to all these other women in your class. And obviously from that testimonial, it's proof. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, and I sort of wanted to tell everyone who has the pleasure of listening to this interview that I don't know. I've worked out a lot. I'm mostly a walker, but I found myself starting to pack on some extra pounds. And I don't know what happened. I just got this idea. I'm going to go check out Parks and Rec. And then that was March of last year. And I went to the dance class, and I love to dance. I'm just crazy that way. And I took it, and I have been faithful ever since. I enjoy it. It's like this, you got to get your fix. And so I want to thank you, Heather, for inspiring me, because I know that it's really helped me physically, but it's also really helped me mentally and emotionally. I mean, it's a little respite in my day. It's fun. I'm always smiling and laughing, and it just kind of takes you away from any stress that you have in your life. And I mean, I always come away just feeling so much better. So I want to thank you.
Oh, wow, you're welcome. And Wendy, I remember the first day you came in distinctly. I'm like, who is this beautiful woman? Because you have this great, big, gorgeous smile. And so it was so exciting that you kept coming back. I'm like, oh, good, she liked it, because it's definitely drawn to you. And I love during class, anytime I look at you, you have that big smile on your face. And it's nice to know that you're enjoying it. And I really have a lot of fun dancing with you.
Oh, likewise. Thank you. We'll just be our favorite fans. So I wanted to invite anyone who's listened to the interview. Heather has said it would be awesome if you'd like to connect with her on her Facebook page. So you can search Heather, that's Heather, second word dance, DANCE, and third word Redmond, REDMOND, and you can see Heather's before and after pictures, which are incredibly inspiring. So maybe drop her a little message and let her know how you like the interview. And if you are fortunate enough to live near or in Redmond, Oregon, Heather does her dance fitness classes at Redmond area Parks and Rec on Mondays and Wednesdays at 4:30, and it's an hour-long class, and then Fridays at 5:15. So, okay. Heather, is there anything in closing that you'd like to share?
I would just say, if you're out there and you're listening and you want to make a change in your life, I would just say that know that you do have what it takes inside. Because I've always considered myself somebody that was possibly a little flaky, a little too fun-loving, and didn't always finish what I started. So if anybody can do it, if I could do it, really, so can you. Find a friend, find a plan, and find your focus and your determination, and you can make a change. You can live happier in your life and in your body. So, and if you ever need encouragement, you come to my Facebook page or shoot me an email, and we can chat. So.
Oh, thank you.
I think that's great advice.
Well, thank you so very, very much, Heather, and we're just so happy that you had the time and fit us in today, and I hope we have lots of followers on this topic.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
And we would love for you to consider maybe being one of our coaches on iwantmotivation.com. For anyone listening, you can visit iwantmotivation.com, and we will have a full website up and running, we're hoping by the middle of March. And next week, we will be interviewing a wonderful local gentleman named Charlie Every, who last April was diagnosed with lymphoma, cancer, and he is now in complete remission. And I have had the pleasure of working with him as his life coach, and he's going to be telling his awesome story about surviving cancer. So I hope we'll have lots of listeners on that. And Lee, is there anything else that I didn't cover?
No, I think that's it.
We're in good
I
shape.
think people can also go to wendyduncan.com to check out Wendy's Life Coach website as well. So Wendy is the main contributor to iwantmotivation.com, and you can also email her any questions in her website that you may have for her about life coaching.
Well, thank you, Lee.
You're welcome. Got to get a
All
plug in
right.
there for you too, Wendy.
Well, thank you very, very much. All right. Well, Heather, we'll see you soon. Thank you so much again. Lots of love to you.
Love to you.
Thank you, Heather.
Thanks for having me.
All right.
It was our pleasure.
Thanks, Lee. We'll talk to all of you next week. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.